children are so innocent, and children who are impacted by cancer are so brave. And when they go out and ask people to join them in their mission to help other kids like them, there's really nothing more powerful than that. When I first met Cecily and her family, I knew they were going to do incredible things. It's not just Cecily that comes with incredible passion and commitment, but her entire family of 9 has completely supported our organization in a way that we could never have imagined.
Cecily was like what I called like an angel child. So she was always so well behaved and so good. She was always super empathetic. So when Cecily was 1 year old, she had some cyanotic episodes.
Kind of turning blue in her lower face, and she came into the doctor and they did MRIs. And
it was 8 o'clock at night. She was just about to go up on stage for her first ballet recital. We got a phone call from the hospital that night, and we knew that everything would change at that point.
And they found a bright spot, where her tumor ended up being. And so over the next number of months, it was talking to doctors and doing tests and basically, having to decide what to do about it.
And all the options were bad. We were told there high likelihood she wouldn't walk after, she wouldn't speak properly after. And you're watching your child dance in their first ballet recital thinking, am I taking everything away from you? We talked with friends, we talked with each other, and we just had to pray and hope that the choice we made was going to be the best choice for Cecily.
And then, the decision was to do it. And in January of 2020, she had her surgery. And we were lucky that after that surgery happened, it was the same little girl that came out that went in.
I think we felt really alone because we didn't know anybody who had gone through anything like this. We had a lot of love, but we didn't have the support of a community that understood uniquely the experience we were going through. And then we got a phone call from Kids with Cancer Society.
The Kids with Cancer Society, some people call it a lifeline for families when their worlds get turned upside down by a cancer diagnosis.
It's incredibly scary. And so we are there to ease the journey, to support not only the child who has cancer, but the entire family.
And she swoops in with this magical backpack that was filled with toothbrushes and deodorant.
Gas cards and Sobeys cards and restaurants gift cards.
It had a little pink stuffed pig keychain on it that Cecily really loved.
Just things to get you through that initial, few weeks of dealing with this new situation. Every kid has a stuffy, or they have a blanket, or something that is close to them that they've grown up with. You can't always bring those things in with you.
I don't like MRIs, IVs, or needles.
She wanted a doll that she could take into MRIs with her, and so many dolls have metal or other things that don't necessarily interact so well with that equipment.
I felt nervous when I couldn't take my doll or my mom.
So she wanted to design a cloth baby that she could take in that had no magnets.
And so Kathy and her, designed this little baby doll that can go into MRIs.
And so we sat down and we designed a pattern and created her first cloth baby.
I feel safe with my doll.
At some point, Cecily wanted to help other kids. She just decided that it was important to her to be able to help other kids that were going through, similar things as her. Initially, they wanted to make 100 dolls and bring them into the stollery.
So we started, we made 5, I think. And when we went in, we said, we have some babies. Can we hand them out? Can you give them to some other neurosurgery kids? And she took them, and then she messaged us and said she'd given them out in 5 minutes. And if there was more, we could bring more. So we started making them, and we posted some pictures on social media. And soon people saw that, and they were like, hey, maybe I can help sew some of the outside of the body and send them, and Cecily can stuff them. And she was getting boxes from Tasmania and Germany and Mexico and Brazil. And she quickly reached 100 babies. Okay, well, maybe we'll do 1,000. And so we created a sewing group through social media that quickly garnered over 1,200 people in it.
From other countries, other continents, we had people sewing these dolls and sending them to us.
They asked if they could have Cecily's little card that talks about why she gives them out, and they would donate them on Cecily's behalf to children's hospitals in their countries. But to her, the most important part of the babies was that they don't have a face, because she didn't like when the babies always looked happy, because she didn't always feel happy. So everyone who made them just continued to make them faceless.
Then that goal was met and a new goal was done.
So for her birthday, she really wanted to bring a big check to the house. She loves pictures of people holding big checks. And so she wanted to have something that was worthy of a big check. We talked to the Kids with Cancer House and we said, what do you need? Their toys and activities for the new diagnosis bags were running low. Well, that was like a challenge accepted for Cecily. So she launched an Amazon fundraiser for her birthday, where she filled this huge wish list with travel games, coloring books, journals, like 100 drawing tablets, stuff for teenagers, stuff for babies. We had so many toys come to our house. The Amazon guy would just keep coming and loading them on our doorstep. So she probably had somewhere between $10,000 and $15,000 worth of toys sent to her house. And at the time, she had also raised somewhere around maybe $11,000 for her big check. And I think that was her first big check that she ever held, and she was so happy.
They've done many different things. There's been so many, it's hard to kind of specify the timeline of everything.
They're so creative. They've done everything from selling golf balls at our golf tournament to selling candy at our Horsepower for Hope event. They're one of our biggest participants and largest fundraisers in our September Family Fundo bike riding event. This year they raised over $25,000 through that event.
So it is really, really a family affair. And I just can't be more proud of the kids and who they're becoming. And it's just been a very huge blessing.
The Eklund family's raised a remarkable over $60,000 for the Kids with Cancer Society. It's really, truly incredible.
I mean, we don't want any child to have to go through a cancer journey. But the fact that they've come through that and want to give, I mean, they're unstoppable. They're unstoppable, and they're the best fundraiser you could have.
I like helping others because it makes them feel loved and happy.
We want what we do to be just like kind of a message of hope. Like, we don't have it as hard off as other families do. We look at what she went through as just one small little snapshot in her life, and concentrating more so now on where she can go in the future and people that she can help.
Seeing how this has grown for her is inspiring to me as an adult, because it changes the way I think about philanthropy completely. If a 9-year-old can do this, there's no excuse for anybody to not be able to do great things.
You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be super smart. You just have to be kind.